Hey everybody, this is Mike with Door and Lock Tips, and we're going to be talking about a wonderful product. I've been waiting for it forever. It's the IC Pro 150. I don't know if they're going to have another model, but Lab came up with this beauty. It really took the place of another company's arbor press that presses the caps on the top of a best cylinder. After you've loaded the cylinder up, and you have to manually tap in either 6 or 7 caps over the top of the springs. After you've loaded the cylinder, right? You've got this problem. But this thing punches it down all in one shot. And I'll show you just how it works. But a little side point, I thought Lab, had the whole thing invented. But in the package, the manual, Palm Green makes the 1-ton arbor press of all things. So Lab made the fixture and Palm Green made the arbor press. So I guess Lab, had to outsource that little part, but you won't be sad. It really does a beautiful job. So let's take a look at this thing. If you get this, you won't regret it. It's wonderful. I bolted it down to the table and it has a beautiful finish on it. I mean, it's really industrial. There's no joke here. High-end precision. You need this tool. Let's get back to the video. So here is the beauty. Now, it's got this hand crank over here, which I don't really understand why this is here. There's no sense to it, other than, you can raise and lower it, I guess, for the handle. But here's the really working end of this arbor press that they don't make themselves. So Lab made this beautiful jig, and I mean, this thing is killer, right? You don't have to adjust anything. All you got to do is press down on the top with the 1-ton arbor press, and it pushes all these little pin crunchers into the top of that cylinder. And you see the hole up there? See the little holes? It pushes that and caps the top of that IC core. So best, you have met your match with Lab. Lab finally did it. I mean, really, if you think about it, why didn't they make this a long time ago? So let's look at it. What you do is you push your beautiful little IC core. It really doesn't matter which way this is setting on that arbor press. You put your IC core, which just pops right into the face of this thing. So you got your IC core, no caps, see? And you would be very careful with this thing. And you'd load your springs in right now. And then this little jewel comes with, I think, 200 of these little plates. So they're brass plates. And you slide them in the back right here in this slot. See the center hole in there? I've already punched these. So that's what it looks like after it's punched some. And the center hole just goes right in. We'll turn it around so we actually can use the thing, right? So you can get four cylinders out of one plate. So you just throw the plate in and there's a little notch. It falls in that center hole. Oh, there we're seated. So let's see that little knot. There's a pin right there. So it just drops over the top of that. And then you're going to take the handle and you're going to push it down. And believe me, you got to have some force to do this. You'd push it down and you'd crunch those little pins on the top of the IC core. Now, I bought a big handle because, I'm weak. So I needed a bigger handle, and I'm really glad I did. Buy the bigger handle. This thing's long, and this one's short. So you got a short little handle, and you have a wrench here a little nut that tightens this thing up. I took the cap off the end. This is the cap that goes on the end of that rod. I took that off because I really wanted to take this handle off. So let's do that. Take the handle out. And you'd put in the big monster, but believe it or not, you have to load. That might be why they want this handle here. You load this down and you slide the handle in. We're just going to do a quickie on this thing. you'd hold it, and then you tighten this down, and now you're ready to push with a pretty heavy force the top part of the arbor down through that plate. Do yourself a favor, buy the long black handle. It's an extra part number. Just add it in. I think it's like 20 bucks, 27 bucks, worth every cent. This is kind of a close-up of what happens. So you push, you see these pins, they go through the little tight tolerance holes, and you push that little caps down. So you're actually punching your own caps, which is really cool. We've needed this forever. And you just push that down, and if you got enough force and enough wherewithal, right, you'd be able to load the top of this cylinder in and have no problem. So let's just see it where it's at. So it doesn't matter which direction, guys, really. Whether you push it sideways, it doesn't matter, because the unit really is all locked in. There's a couple of little clips at the bottom, and then on the top, and so it just holds it on this flat plate. What a great invention. So this is the Lab Company IC Pro 150. They are very proud of it, and I think if you own this, had this in your shop, it'd make your life a lot easier. It comes mostly assembled. You know, you can easily figure out how to do it without a manual. So get it and you won't regret it. I love it. I think it's a welcome addition to my shop. There we have it. We've got the Lab finally come in with a great product, and it's the IC Pro 150. I think it's worth buying. Now, it's going to set you back a little. So get ready to spend over $1,000 for this tool. But it's worth every cent. If you've ever capped a best cylinder by hand and you got to punch individually those units in there, I mean, those caps are very difficult to do. So I highly suggest you purchasing this tool. Get it from your supplier. You can get from CLK Supply. I'm sure they'll love to sell it to you. Annixter and UHS Hardware. It's there. It has to be ordered, so get ready to wait. So if you pull the trigger right now on it, you know, you won't see that bad boy for 5-6 months. But I love it. I'm glad I've got it. It's going to serve me well. And hopefully this will be a good tip for you guys when you're in your shop and you're thinking, man, I hate to cap those best IC cores. And you know, I really hated to do that. But now it's kind of fun. Come out to your little arbor press and crunch away. So please smash that like button. Tell your friends, subscribe, ring the bell, and I'll have more videos like this to show you. Thank you.